Ay, I like bitch, who is your mess? Ay, can't keep my dick in my pants. Ay, my bitch don't love me no more. Ay, she kick me out on life, bro. Ay, that bitch don't wanna be friends. Ay.
Yo, what's up guys, welcome to another video. And in today's video, what I have for you guys is a different kind of video. It's unique, never seen before on my channel, and it's a really unusual one. So to begin, this video is going to be like the ultimate guide for horror movies for Halloween. If you guys are sitting in and like staying with family or friends and you need some horror movies, some good horror movies. And to be honest, the movies on this list ain't gonna be like super scary. They're gonna be more like slasher horror movies, and that's where I'm gonna end it off at. And of course, in the background you guys will be seeing some Overwatch gameplay. I may be kind of repeating myself because I'm gonna try and do this commentary in like one take. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. So the first movie that we have in today's video is Halloween, and there are many versions of Halloween movies. I mean, like, the title of the movie is Halloween, and there are many versions of that movie. There are remakes, and I would really kind of recommend watching the remakes. They kind of differ from the original ones, but they are really good movies. Like, I really enjoy watching them, and I reckon you guys will enjoy watching them as well. If you guys didn't know what Halloween is, it's basically the movie of Michael Myers. And if you guys don't know who Michael Myers is, then you have probably lived under a rock for your whole life, or you've been locked in a basement since you were born, because he's pretty much everywhere. I'm pretty sure there were like games made up like for him, and like game modes in Call of Duty and maps and everything. He's basically quite an iconic figure, and this movie is like a slasher type movie, so it's not really about the scares, but more about like killing and murdering. So yeah, I'll give you guys a description of the movie. It says, after being committed for 17 years, Michael Myers, now a grown man and still very dangerous, escapes from the mental institution and immediately returns to Haddonfield to find his baby sister Laurie. And this is the remake. So the remake is Halloween 1, which is just Halloween, and it's from 2009, I'm pretty sure, 2007. And there is also Halloween 2, which is from 2009. And I had a craze for Michael Myers, and I was kind of I watched every single movie that starred Michael Myers, basically. I watched the original ones and I watched the remakes, and it's pretty much up to personal preference, but I prefer the remade ones, just because it's better quality, better sound, and the story is kind of like makes more sense in a way. But again, the like classic ones, like classic ones, is like Halloween, and it's like from 1978. So you kind of have to bear in mind that that is really old. So the quality of that movie is probably going to be, so the quality of the movie and the sound and everything ain't going to be as perfect as, you know, the remade versions. I would really recommend like to watch the remade versions, of course. The only thing that is kind of bummy about watching the remakes is that there's only 2 of them. There's Halloween 1 and part 2, and with the original ones you have like Halloween 1, 2, 3, Return of Michael Myers, 5, 6, 7, 9. There's just so many of them when you watch the original ones. So it's pretty much up to you guys what you choose, but I would really recommend watching these ones. It's a slasher movie, so it's quite a good one, and it's not really scary. So if you like, you know, the scary cat and you don't like watching really scary movies, then this one is just perfect midway for you. Okay guys, so for the second movie that I have on the list is Friday the 13th, and of course Friday the 13th is the movie that Jason is in, and you guys have probably seen like either gameplay from Friday the 13th the game, or you possibly, there's a huge chance that you have seen Jason somewhere, and it's a really iconic movie. It's another one of these classics that you kind of always refer to when you think of like horror movies. And I'm gonna give you guys the description of the movie. So it says a group of young adults discover a boarded up Camp Crystal Lake, where they soon encounter Jason Voorhees and his deadly intentions. So the reason why this movie is on the list is because it's honestly one of the greatest movies I have ever watched. I have rewatched it just a couple of days ago, and it's amazing, honestly. Again, it's one of these movies that were remade to fit in like with the newer times, I guess. The newest remake of Friday the 13th that I am aware of is from 2009, and to be honest, I haven't watched any like original Friday the 13th movie, which kind of limits me to what I can say about the originals. But the rating of this movie on IMDb is 5.6 out of 10, and it has 82,000 ratings, so it's not rated like highly, but I can really recommend this movie. Like honestly, this movie is probably like one of the greatest horror movies that you can watch. Again, this list isn't about scary. If you're looking for some scary movies, I'm gonna give you guys some at the end of the video, but these are just classics of Halloween and like horror movies. Like these are just amazing. Again, I can't say a lot on this certain movie because I have only watched the remake. I've watched it twice, so that proves that the movie is quite decent. There's a lot of action in it. If you guys like different styles of deaths, then this is a movie for you. Honestly, the kills that Jason does are really impressive, and they will get your blood pumping really. And just overall the story and the setting and everything is just too amazing to miss out on. Okay guys, so for the third movie on the list is Get Out, and this movie is kind of this psychologic like mind fudge. It's not a scary movie again, but this list isn't really focused on scary. It's more about how enjoyable the movie is, and it's not a classic this time. It's a movie that came out this year, and it's really weird. Like the ratings on this movie are just above the roof. Like they just blow out everything. this movie is higher rated than Halloween, and I went to watch this movie in the cinemas, and from my personal opinion, I don't think it's one of the, you know, greatest movies ever. Maybe it's just because I haven't been paying a lot of attention when I was watching it, but the movie is good, but it's really confusing. If you just want a good time waster, just one more extra Halloween movie just in case, you have this one. It's quite a weird one, as I said before. It's basically about a black guy that marries a white girl, and her parents are basically like some cult leaders or something, and they put him down in the basement and stuff. It's quite a weird one, but I don't want to spoil it too much, as I already started doing. So let's just move on to the next movie. Okay guys, so for the last kind of movie or section of the video, I'm gonna recommend you guys like quite scary movies, and it's the Conjuring series. Basically, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of Conjuring movies. The one that I see in front of me is Conjuring from 2013, the original one, and they're apparently all based on true stories. I'm not sure about that, but this movie series is a really creepy one. So if you're into like really scary movies, then this one is the one for you, because it will really get you kind of bunched up and scared, because whenever we hear like, you know, based on true events or stuff like that, then we always like treat it more seriously, I guess, and take more note of the film than we would otherwise. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure I've watched the newest one, which was from like a street in England, and I can't remember, I think it was Conjuring 2, and it was quite a scary movie, I ain't gonna lie. I've been watching it in the cinemas, so that might have been like a factor that increased the scariness of the movie. But I'd really recommend watching the Conjuring series. This is like the ghosts and the demons and all of that, so if you guys are into scary movies, then this one is for you. So I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to wrap up the video just about here, and I hope you guys enjoy, because this was quite a different video for me to make. And leave a like, subscribe, and of course, it was Super Mikey signing out. Have a great day. Peace. Panda. I got broads in Atlanta, just to throw me in the family. Credit cards and the scammers, hitting the licks in the band. Legacies.